In this video, we're going to talk about step 1 in the evaluation cycle that's described in Evaluation Works, the online toolkit. Is it important to go through the steps in order?
Although the evaluation cycle has a series of steps from 1 to 5, in reality, planning an evaluation isn't always as neat as this. You may need to go back to earlier steps to review or just to check what you're doing.
Okay, so that's helpful. Things are not fixed and we can go back and forth with the different steps. So what would be the first logical step in the evaluation cycle?
So the first step is to identify and understand. So this is about identifying your stakeholders, and that's anyone who might be interested in the evaluation findings, and understand the purpose of your service and the purpose of your evaluation. So let's talk first about identifying stakeholders. It's really important to engage early on with any groups who've got an interest in the service you're evaluating. Different stakeholders, for example patients, clinicians or purchasers, commissioners, will probably want different things from an evaluation, and involving them in evaluation planning right from the beginning will make sure that the evaluation is of value to all interested parties.
I can imagine people might want help with this. Is there anyone they can ask?
Yes, there'll probably be someone in your organisation that can help, but there's also resources on the evaluation toolkit online in step 1 in the toolbox on the web page. For example, there's a stakeholder analysis guide and there's information about logic models.
How can logic models help?
Well, logic models are a really good way to engage with your stakeholders and to involve them and to communicate your service and its evaluation, and also to identify the outcomes.
Okay, so what does the understand part mean? We've covered identify, but what does understand mean?
So this is about understanding different aspects of your service. The evidence base, for example, and the level of risk and innovation. Thinking these through will help you decide on the approach that you need to take for your evaluation. So for example, has something similar been done before and how was it evaluated? Can you take a similar approach?
I see, so it's about understanding what we know already, which might save us time in deciding how we're going to set up the evaluation. I guess it might also reveal that it's been done before and we don't need to do the evaluation.
Yes, it could do, and that would save valuable resources. Understanding your evidence base can also help strengthen your case for change, and this may be part of the reason for doing the evaluation in the first place.
So step 1, identify and understand, can require some time, but will maximise the effectiveness of the evaluation.
Yes, that's right. It's the step that's most often missed. There's nothing more frustrating than completing your evaluation and finding that it's not effective because it hasn't addressed concerns from a key stakeholder group.
Great, so we've covered step 1, and in the next video we'll look at step 2.